Okay, I'm just going to take you through some of the placards that people are wearing. This man says ostracized, and although he can't speak verbally, this is what he's saying to the world. He feels ostracized for being a member of a group that stands for the Chibok girls and the community that is yet to receive the daughters back to them. Now I'll take you over to another person who usually is quite vocal. His placard today says anxiety, so he's feeling anxious. Nobody's really in a state of calm or peace until the girls are back. Now another one here says despair. There are agonizing moments of despair, and during which you wake up in the middle of the night, and if you're like me, you think about what is happening with these girls, and when you don't have any feedback, there's despair. Another lady here feels distress. This is what the parents must be feeling. We do have members of the Chibok community here who, even on the 115th day of the sit-outs, continue to join, or the abductions continue to join the sit-outs despite the journey that the group has embarked upon. Marian has just come up and she has hopelessness. There's a feeling of hopelessness, and Fatima, uncertainty. Feelings of uncertainty. She's not saying anything today. She's written an excellent piece, but today all she's saying is the uncertainty, expressing the uncertainty which many of us feel. Another lady here has the word hated. Another harassed. If you remember, you'll see on my timeline that there was a day that the group was harassed by hired thugs. Well, we don't actually have evidence of who they were, but they were definitely not members of this group, yet they were campaigning for releasing our girls. Why did they turn on the Bring Back Our Girls campaign? Questions that still need to be answered. Another woman feels a loss. Dr. Fatih feels a loss. That was Maureen over there, who's feeling harassed. And again, another placard that says despair. Tony is usually one of our resident photographers, but today she's quiet and seated because she feels despair. I'll take you over to one of the members of the Chibok community who's getting ready to participate in the press conference. He's feeling anguish. That's the word that he's chosen. He feels anguish, and I'm sure many of his geographical community members feel anguish. Another woman feels troubled. Troubled is one of the words that express how people feel in the movement. You'll see behind her, a gentleman feels tortured, one feels deprived, another feels horror, and yet another person feels sadness. Sadness is one of the watchwords of the day. Misery, torture again, and again, this is the closest I'll probably come during one of the sit-outs to our group members holding up a camera like this, but since they're not able to talk at the moment, we're going to show you how they feel. Rejected, captivity. She's also a Chibok mother, and she's saying captivity is a watchword for her today. Misery, absolute misery, not having the daughters back. Somebody feels insulted that their cries haven't been heard or answered. The questions surrounding the abduction have not been rendered. Another anxiety. Another person feels tortured back there. Oh, and here's a very sad one, forgotten. And that's one of the reasons we keep coming out here, is that, sir, you want them not to be forgotten. Is that correct? Not to be forgotten. And we don't want them forgotten. Their parents haven't forgotten them, so no one else should forget the over 200 girls who were abducted. Oh, here's an honest answer here, an honest expression, which is bitter. Someone feels bitter that all of this has happened and gone on for so long. Am I kind of getting the sense of what you're saying? Bitter that there have been no answers, bitter that the girls haven't been back. Do you feel bitter about how things have gone with the movement, not within the movement, but how the movement has been perceived? I'm putting words in your mouth, and I'm taking the liberty to do so. Does that have anything to do with it? Because it is the group's 100th day of coming out. I'm going to give you a chance to talk afterwards as well, because I know you're quite an eloquent person who has a lot to say. Oh, here's a fellow crier. Tears. You're feeling tears like I do, and like so many of us do. And of course the girls must be shedding tears. The parents, of course, shedding tears. And we know that those trying to find them, we want to believe the best, that they are also days of tears for them as well. But at the end of the day, we know that tears are not enough, like the old song says, but we want action and we want a positive result. So there you have it. I'm putting my red lips back on. I'm sealing my lips again just to be in solidarity with the group, and I'll keep you posted as more takes place throughout this 100th day of the Bring Back Our Girls campaign sit-outs. Thank you so much.